welcome to a Preacher Movies production stop motion animation tutorial. It's a mouthful, isn't it? So I'm going to sit here and narrate a tutorial on how you make a walk cycle for, how I make a walk cycle for a Lego minifigure. While I sit here and drink my iced tea, otherwise known as liquid diabetes. Anyway, open up your Helium Frog here. And make sure you just select your webcam. I'm going to set this at 15 frames per second. You don't have to do it. You can take it slow or faster than that, but 15 frames per second is generally a good setting. Now you probably want to have it and resolution depending on your webcam. I choose 1080 by 720. That's a good resolution, and yet not too demanding on your software. I mean your hardware. And if you hear dogs barking, just ignore them, because they're stupid dogs. I hate dogs. I have 5 of them. Anyway, moving on. Don't mess with the compression on that little thing either. So I'm going to open up my webcam controller. I'm going to change the focus to get it right. Now, I'm going to edit out this next bit because it took me 10 minutes to get the lighting right while I was recording, because I'm incompetent and stupid that way. Oh, there we go. And, okay. About ready to get started animating here. Got the guy on one side of the screen. Now, this is not part of any animation. I'm just showing you how to do the cycle. You want to click that button to capture the first frame. Then you're going to press this button right here to turn on onion skinning, which overlays the live picture and the previous picture to see the changes. See, look, my hand's all funny looking. So I'm going to lift up his right leg and put him back exactly how he was. And then after you do that, you move his right arm back and his left arm forward, like you were just a little bit, like you were walking, because you move your arms when you walk. Now you're gonna take a picture. Now you're gonna take him and you're gonna balance him between the next stud and the first one. You gotta get it just right. You gotta put him like in between it, like he's like hanging in between. Then you move his arms a little farther apart and then capture again. Then you put his right leg completely on the next stud and move his arms closer back to the center of his body. And then capture. Now you're going to make it where both of his legs are on that new set of studs and put his arms back to where they started at and capture. And that's the first step. Now all you're going to do is you lift up the next leg. Move his left arm backwards and his right arm forwards. It's really not that hard once you just normal walking if you were a square person. So and then do the same thing, balance him in between the two studs right there, move his arms farther apart, capture, then put his left leg completely on the stud, but his right leg is still, lagging behind, and move his arms closer together back to the center of his body, capture. And put both his legs on there. And move his arms back to the center of his body. Capture. Now, you do this rinse and repeat for many times, and instead of showing you this like 30 times, I thought I'd just cut to the end where he does something different, so you don't have to watch the same repetitive, monotonous cycle for like 20 minutes. I just thought it'd be nice like that. So I'm going to take this time to just, cut. And a long time later, I am on the last step. I'm going to make him do something slightly different. Oh. So I'm going to have this guy. He's going to take a step right here, But then we're going to have it where he's going to turn to face the camera, like he would turn and go a different direction, and see. You're going to have him on the studs, but twist his body a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. And there you go. Capture. And now you're going to lift up his left leg and move him just a little bit slightly to the right. Depending on which direction he's moving. So. And you can still move his arms a little bit, because he is still technically moving his legs, and you just keep rotating him, and you gradually rotate him farther each time. You ease in and ease out, or something I kind of learned from Fancy Pants. But, it's a very useful technique. And then once you go a certain speed, once you go really far, then you start to slow down, and you don't move him nearly as far. And see, now you're going to pop his leg right there, you know, like you normally would. Oh, damn. I'm just useless. God, seeing me do this just makes me realize how incompetent I am. It's a really, you know, it's a really enlightening experience to see. Just, oh, I'm sorry I'm terrible at these kinds of things. Anyway, just continue, finish the step. Honestly, a lot of you could probably do this better than I can, in all seriousness. And I want to make him come to a little bit of a stupid attention thing. My little military man's here. Which is a character in my new movie. But it's not like any of you care about it anyway, since all you want's 501st. Anyway, this is what it looks like. Just click the play button, it shows the whole thing right there. Wow, that was awkward. Anyway, you click the X to exit the animation. Although, actually, I'm not going to exit it right now, because I'm going to go to settings and show you. I forgot to show you this at the beginning. You click up there. There's where you name it. Right there is the save directory. I saved that to my Helium Frog folder. I have a folder where I put all of my animations for, in my Helium Frog folder itself. Don't mess with anything else, though. I would not recommend messing with anything else, because then you can mess something up. I would leave those frames per second at 15 unless you wanted to go faster or slower. But 15 is a good, you know, good walking. It's good for this. Don't mess with this unless you want to output raw pictures, which you can if you want. It's always nice to have if you wanted to Photoshop the pictures. Don't mess with this unless you want to chroma key. I would not recommend the chroma keying software with this because it removes the actual it removes a lot of important stuff. Anyway, I'm going to exit it, and yeah. And here's the finished product right here. I'm going to put it in the video itself. This is, I guess this has been a somewhat okay beginner tutorial. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not very good at explaining how to do things, but I'm doing this because a lot of people have asked me over the years. I've finally gotten around to it. And I'm probably going to upload another video sometime soon of how to animate a tank or a big vehicle with like a turret on it. So I'm just going to upload tutorials on how to on how to animate lots of things and how to do lots of things that I do. So, you know, subscribe, please, like, favorite, comment, whatever, you know. Okay, catch you next time. Bye!